What is up, everybody? This is Keith, Go by Gator Guy 231 across the DFS industry. Hope everybody had a good Saturday at Euros. We were fortunate enough to at FSI, and I hope if you watched, you did as well. I think I was a little bit more bullish on Hungary to at least have some DFS goodness than others were, especially if you looked up and down the lobbies. It was just France onslaughts. But I liked Lovren6, as I said in the preview yesterday. He was out, but Fiola was in at 2,500 for a wingback, so he became a core play, gets a goal, and set up for a great day. So hope you all did well. This is a fun time in any of these type of tournaments. We have the third and final game of the group stages where we know what the teams are playing for. It's a great time to leverage, if you're paying attention and know who's playing for what, that there's hopefully an advantage there. And we get lineups all at the same time. So 2-game slates. The groups will be decided. Let's quickly go over what Group A, which is tomorrow at noon, has in store. So we have Italy versus Wales. So Italy is already advanced in the second round, but a win and they get first place. A loss to Wales and they would actually go into second place. Wales would take first place. Wales guarantees advancement with a win. If they lose, however, they have to be careful with goal difference. They can't lose big to Italy, or Switzerland, if they take it to Turkey, can advance. Switzerland has to win, in my opinion, strongly to do anything. And then Turkey is pretty much all but eliminated. But, if they somehow win like 8 or 9-0 versus Switzerland, maybe they can get through as like the third place tie. So really, everybody's technically playing for something. If there's a team that might just lie down, though, it would be Turkey. And hell, have they already been lying down? I think that's a little bit mean. Obviously, they're in front of the home crowd. Plus, they did have chances versus Wales. They just couldn't convert. So let's get into the lineups. This is going to be a shorter video today. I think it's pretty cut and dry in terms of like your optimal construction, the optimal like core guys you're going to be around. But we'll talk about some of the other players and introduce you to them. Just a quick reminder: like, subscribe, comment. We've been here every single day for Euros. Going to be doing this every single day until the final. So hope you all are enjoying. And if you are, like, subscribe, comment. That's the best way you can show love. All right, let's get into the games. So Italy and Wales, we're going to start with that one. Italy is minus 200 favorite. As you can see here, Italy is expected to rotate a little bit. In this sofa formation, I've seen this type of lineup, multiple other outlets. Again, don't freak out too much because you're going to know all the lineups at once and you'll be able to adjust. But it's Insigne, Belotti, and Spinazzola giving way to Emerson, Chiesa, and Belotti. All of those are very, very good players. Chiesa, if in, will be a core play for me at 7,900 and forward eligible. He could end up taking some set pieces. And this lineup, excuse me, he likely would split with Berardi. Funny enough, Emerson could take some sets too. Emerson has taken sets for Italy in the past. He doesn't play that much, so that'll be a great unknown, but he's sub 5K. Even without sets, he's still a really solid play, given the favorite and given the price and the opportunity. By the way, total in this game, under 2.5. So, like 2.25, 2, somewhere around there. Belotti, really, really good goal scorer, would likely be on PKs. He kind of actually does more floor stuff than Immobile does. It's just, it's just going to come down to him, in my opinion, is just like Immobile. Is he going to score or get an assist, or is he not? Because if he's not, he's probably not getting double digits. You'd be much better off playing Berardi and Chiesa. I do think that your forwards you're going to likely be playing 2 forwards from Italy in a cash build. So, you have to decide, is it Chiesa, Belotti, Berardi? For me, Chiesa, because the price is there. Then is it Berardi and Belotti? Well, Berardi will end up taking corners, or some corners, likely split with Chiesa or Emerson. And then we know he crosses a ton of open play. The only slight concern, and where I would totally understand people going Belotti, is Berardi is a cemented starter. And so if Italy gets up 1 or 2-0 and they feel good, they, again, a draw and they win the group, well, they might just sub him off. So, I think that he has a little bit of sub risk, but you could say the opposite, right? So if Wales is up 1-0 in the 60th minute and Italy's pressing, well, the other guys are more of a risk than Berardi, who they want to be on to press and to try to get that tie. So that's the front line. Locatelli, Jorginho, Barella have been an amazing midfield. You could see, I've heard rumors that Verratti, wow, I cannot say it, Marco Verratti is likely to come in. He might go in for Locatelli or Barella. I don't think any of them are really cash plays. Maybe in Showdown you're landing on them, but you know, again, they're all solid. I think Barella is always my favorite. Locatelli's off of 2 goals. He's probably a good time to fade him with increased ownership. So Barella and then Jorginho. Actually, I don't know why I said Belotti would be on PKs. Jorginho always takes PK, so you always have that upside with him. Emerson much better than Di Lorenzo. Di Lorenzo not really an attacking fullback, just much better defensively. Then obviously if you pay up a goalie, Donnarumma, Italy just doesn't allow goals, so I think that's a good spot for Wales. Daniel James is over all the set pieces. He's a solid price of 6,100. I'm not like going out of my way just because Italy is so possession dominant. That's the other thing I should have mentioned about Italy. They have just been hammering their opponents and not really even making them that DFS worthy. So it's tough, but Daniel James is over in Monopoly set pieces. I think James and Gareth Bale are the only two that you consider. Ramsey was really, really efficient making runs into the box last game. He knows so many of these guys playing in Serie A. I just don't see a way to play him. So James, Bale are the only 2 plays I would consider from Wales. Roberts and Davies are fine for fullbacks. Everybody else GPP. All right, Switzerland versus Turkey. Let me just confirm this game. Oh, why did I screwed up earlier? I don't know why I said it was in Turkey, but Baku I believe is fairly close. So no, not in Turkey. I do remember looking this up. It's not far. Like Baku is actually like right next to it, because this is why I stacked Turkey last game, thinking that all the fans were there and that it was going to be nuts. So Switzerland is a really solid favorite here, -143. Our total is actually going to be a little bit over 2.5. So this is the better total of the two. And it makes sense because Turkey's defensively has looked really, really bad. So start on the Swiss side. I think outside of Chiesa, Ricardo Rodriguez, and Xherdan Shaqiri are your other 2 core plays. Both are on set pieces for Switzerland. Both have great open play value. And again, we know Switzerland needs to push for a goal. They have all the reasons in the world to be attacking. And even better, not just winning 1-0, right? They need to make a goal difference. So they are going to be pushing like crazy. So Xherdan Shaqiri, Rodriguez are locks. I'm probably going to be 100% owned on all of them, no matter how many GPPs I play. And Bolo has been really good this tournament. I think he's fine. Nope. I'm just stopping. Nope. Not even going to try it. Can't do it today. But Mario, Super Mario, 9,700. He will not be owned, especially with the Italy guys. So if you want like a GPP differentiator, I think that makes a ton of sense. Otherwise, it could be Haris Seferovic. Seferovic won't be owned either. For GPP, I love that. Is possibly even not playing either Italy guy in cash at your forward spots just because of how owned they are, and just going full Swiss. I think that would make a very, very differentiated lineup, which is what you need to do in those big field tournaments. And Babu, very much an attacking fullback. I really like him. Xhaka Fruler, not really, plays other than like last guy in for price. And the same with the back line. For Turkey, under, in my opinion, was really, really good last game. I think he makes a ton of sense in like the mid tier. You're going to need a third team, right? So you can't just go all Swiss in Italy. So I think from Turkey, my favorite player is under. I'm more likely to play him than Daniel James at a similar price. But, if this is all in, under, Cal, and Yaziki all could take sets. My guess would be Cal and under are splitting. Give me the discount with under and super, super active on the wing. GPP look, Yilmaz, had a couple opportunities last game. He is the captain. So I would expect him to at least have 1 or 2 opportunities. Will he convert? That's the next story. Cal is obviously their best player. I just think price-wise, he's tough to get to in like optimal builds. But if you're there, I like him. Mert Moeller, very, very cheap fullback. I bet you he'll be popular. I think he's only at 3,100. So I believe he plays for Sassuolo. Am I thinking of the right guy? Yeah, I'm thinking of the right guy. Sassuolo. So decent player. I think he's more like a center back than a fullback, but 3,100, whatever. Give me like 2 crosses, give me 4 or 5 DK and off and running. Yeah, I think that kind of sums it up well for those 2 teams. Let's quickly look at the core. So Chiesa, Shaqiri, Rodriguez leaves you about 6,000. You got a lot of room here to go. Again, I think everything will end up coming down to that second forward spot. Are you going to go Belotti? Or if it's Ciro Immobile, are you going to go him? Is it Insigne? I think in cash is probably to Italy, but again, GPP, I love just maybe saying screw it on Italy, or maybe playing like Chiesa in a midfield spot and then doing 2 Switzerland forwards. I like that a lot. So that's going to be one of my GPP looks. All right, that'll do it. Thank you all so much. Hopefully, I had no idea what the time is on here, but I think that was quick and efficient. For those who are looking at Prize Picks, we have a little bit more time in the morning, so I will post on my Twitter in the morning and in the comments. If you want to follow me on Twitter at GatorGuy231. And with that, I'll say, see you.